Hello everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from door wreaths, door swags, things for your home decor, things for your business, things for your garden decor, weddings, sympathy tributes and much, much more. Right guys, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I've been quite busy trying to sort through my greenery buckets again and try to create space. Very hard, but I've tried. And I've also been chatting away to a lady who's in New York called Audrey Walford, who I helped set up a YouTube channel. Go check her out, guys. She's under Heavenly Scent Cut Flowers. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and she's such a calming voice, unlike myself, very loud, but yes. And she's got a lovely German Shepherd called Tucker. Oh, it's beautiful. So give her a shout out, guys, and have a look at her channel. She's new to the page, so just check her out. She does some wonderful things. Right, and I hope you're all right, Audrey, as well. So today I'm late. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I have been busy. I've only just started work, if I'm truthfully honest, which I am. My friend Benji's owner, he's gone away on holiday, and Benji's had to go in some dog kennels for the week. And he's gone away on holiday with his daughter and his son and grandchildren. And because, you know, he's getting on a bit and he can't really do much gardening and his garden needs sorting, I've spent the whole day doing it. So when he gets back, he's going to think that somebody's up who's been on our garden and who's done all my weeding and who's cut down and trimmed all my flowers, dead-headed them and everything, and swept my garden up. Well, I'm the culprit. I mean, I love him so much. So he knew I was going to look after the garden, but he didn't know he thought I was just going to water it and things like that. He didn't know I was going to tidy it up for him and get rid of all his weeds, which I've done. I've spent the whole morning since 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 hours. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 hours. Sorry, 6 hours doing his garden. So, anyway, I've got this little ornament. We're going to just do a small one today because, again, I'm busy doing what I need to do. I've got a bouquet there that I've got to finish wrapping up. So I may show you that, how far I've got with that. A blue and white. I've had an order the other day, blue and white. But I've had this little handbag for a while. It's so super cute. It's just made out of tin. Shabby chic look with a love heart. And I thought, what could we do? A little handbag with it looking like the rusty look sort of thing. Let's do rustic colours with a bit of yellow. So I put some of my pebbles from the garden, guys, in just for the weight at the bottom. And we're going to place some wreath wrap around just to keep it nice and secure. So let's do that first. I've altered the height of my camera, so this may be a better angle for you. So to see what I'm actually doing. So just placing floral pinning, going right all the way around. I've got a bit hanging over so I can bend that in. And then now I just start overlapping as I go around. And I just take that around like so. Keep going till I overlap on all around on the opposite end. And then once I've done that, I get another floral pin or get some wire, bend it into the U shape and stick it in that way. So as you can see, I've got this, and I want it hanging over at the sides so I can water will not seep in through the sides. As you can see, that meets, but I'm still going to go round with some more. So I'm going to go this way, but at this time I'm not overlapping because I've covered the corners. So I'm placing in 2 now because I'm not overlapping. Get to this corner, fold it like you would a gift, you know, present for somebody, or to the best of your abilities. So, and then go round. Oops, the daisy, nearly, guys. Oh, saved myself there. And then go over, tuck that end bit in there if I can. There we have it. And then the last one, just giving it a little pull as you do it, you know, just give that little bit of a, you know, firmness, pull on the, you know, the wreath wrap so it's nice and straight and it doesn't look too messy. And then I've done that, and then just cut it. So now I've covered all the corners, so if it's going outside, then the rain will not get in, as you can see, like so. So then I'm going to just place that in. It's quite tight fit. I've done it so it's a little bit wide, so it can be a bit tight. Now, do I want it? Do I take a few out? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got a bamboo in there. Let's try it again. Oh, it is hard. It's not really much difference, guys. You know what I've just thought? Place it in. That's better. That's how I wanted it. And then put some pebbles or some decorative pebbles or just stones from your garden down the side for the weight. Like so. I mean, you haven't got to fill it right up to the top, just so it's got that little bit of weight. I mean, do it on either side. Let's just make sure that goes down. Oh my goodness. Sorry about this, guys. I didn't think of doing it this way until last minute. Different ideas. I keep lifting it just to check for the weight. And that's all I'm doing. And plus some of these are holding in my foam as well. I wonder if I can put a bigger one in so it holds in the foam. Oh no, that's a bit too big. There we have it. Right, we don't need those. So that's about around the height that I was looking at. So there we have it. So I'm going to go through quickly what we've got. I've got this. I've had it. It's quite thick. As you can see, there's a piece that I've, chopped away at. There's some maple with red and green in it, and like a pinky autumnal colour. I don't know. But it's got several. I mean, you can chop away at these guys. I've had these a while. Again, I can't remember where I've actually got them from. But you get 1, 2, and they're all different lengths. It is some, a hanging thing where you could put in a hanging basket, and it is very, very full. But you can chop away. If I can just try to sort it out, guys. It's extremely long. Well, I say extremely, but full, You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 stems, and they're all as full as each other. Some longer than others. It's just like it would, if you placed it in a hanging basket, it would sit lovely because of the length of them all. So it is, as you can see, quite long. So it's very full and chunky. And then I've got some conifer. Oops, the one's come off. I've got some bits of conifer I'd like to use again. We've got to have our little wispy bits. Oh, I love my wispy bits. I think they're wonderful. It's the movement. It's the movement, guys. Place that with that. That'd be lovely. And I've got some flowering eucalyptus again, wispy. I've only cut 3 off, but wispy because it's only a little handbag. In fact, the handbag is only from here to here. It's only 6 inch by 5 inch. So it's 6 inch height up to here, and then 5 inch across. So it's not very big. So I've got those out. I have got some of my hops. I may place those in. I love the shape of this leaf as well. It's very similar to the maple, so I thought that would suit lovely. And the swirly bits, little swirly bits as well. I have cut down some little light colour because we've got dark, a bit of light to lighten it up, of our Himalayan Maidenhair Fern, and it's airy as well. So that gives that little bit of airiness too. I've only got 5 little pieces of the seeds. They came on one stem like that, but I've pulled them all off the one stem and I've put them all individually on. But it came as a cluster on one stem. So I've done that. And for our floral, I've got some lovely, these peachy cream or flowers. I thought, again, movement. Look at the wispiness in these again. Oh, Audrey, my wispy bits. I saw you do it, Audrey. You made me giggle. Bless you, you darling. So I've got those, and then just as a bigger flower, because we've got little flowers, I've got these beautiful yellow roses where they've got a hint of the autumnal orange around some of the tip, which I think is beautiful. So that's what we've got. Again, we won't be using, all of this. It's just I'm going to be cutting bits off, and we're going to do it like that. So I'm going to take one. Let's have a look. That's quite a long one. I'm going to go for the short, something shorter, because they are smaller as they go further into the centre. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's Let's have a look if there's one more. That's quite tall. We'll try that. Cut that one off. So I don't need those now. They are really extremely big. And I'm going to, I've got some oddments in here again. Use up all your oddments, because things aren't very cheap, you know, cheap nowadays. So, you know, save what you can, guys. Oh, I'm sure this is one. This is an oddment. Yeah. So we'll save those. Place those down there. These are all things that, you know, I've had a while. Obviously, you know, the conifer, I've always got it in. But 3. I'm going to get 5 out. 5, and I'll place those there. I've got those. How many of these did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yep, 7 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those as well, and 5 of those. Right, so I've got things like 5, 3, 5, 7s, you know, things like that. I've got these in a bunch, but I will use either 3, 5 or some, whichever, 1, 3, you know, it all depends, because again, this is only tiny. It doesn't look like we can really get much in there, but if you know me, guys, I will make sure it's all in, and I will make sure it's fabulous. So I don't know what sort of arrangement we can do today. I might do a little front, you know how I usually do the big front facing arrangements? This could be a smaller version of something bigger, because it's, again, I'm going by the size of the pot, the container. You usually go about 1.5 times bigger than what the pot is with your height of your flowers. So that's one of those, and then half of one of those containers. So for example, we just use that, that's one there, and then you go an extra half, which is there. So you usually, if we disregard that, you need about all of that to go 1.5 size. But once that is in, if I do it there from the bottom, there is 1, and I push it right to the bottom, 1 to there, and then virtually half to there. So that's about the size that we need for that, the highest point. So that is what we're going to do. And I'm going to place this, as like I say, we're going to do a front facing. So this will now then go to the back. This is our highest point, and we're going to put there. So that is measured to 1.5 times of what the container is. So we don't need to go any higher than that. So that is our line. It's tall, you know, long things usually are used as your linear, your line for your height or your width, you know, things like that. So with that being tall, then that is for our line. And then I'm going to chop bits, get these little prongs off, where I want to come out from the side. So again, you do the same here. You go 1.5 times across. So that basically is, there's your 1 there to where my thumb and finger is. So I'll hold it on my other hand, and then there is virtually your half there, just over. So by the time I've pushed it all the way in, it should be enough. And I'm going to go at the back with this. So that is where I'm going from the outer side. And I'm going to do the same with that. Again, you can measure it as you're going along. Yep, that's the same. And I'm going to place this again. Now I have created what I've gone and done now. I have created my line, my structure, and the form of my design. So it is a triangular shape, front facing, so everything's going to be here. I do like to cover bits here, so with some of this I will just bring along the back. So I'll place a few little bits in now, you know, for the filler, where I will go in. If I can, let me just. Oh, let me just take it. I can hear my cat scratching on the roof. Oh my goodness, this one doesn't want to go in. There we go. Just a little bit of forcing. See, that looks pretty actually hanging over from the back. I quite like that. I'm not going to go too mad with this at the back. I don't know why it's struggling to go in from the back. No, that's not safe enough. It's not holding enough. So we'll try something else. Right, and now we'll get to this at the back because it won't defeat me, guys. You know me by now. Nothing will defeat me. Now I've got my conifer. I want to bring that also. It could be at the front, just hanging, you know, down. We'll do that with these. Again, I'm going right in front, as you can see, with the stem of the maple. So I'm leaving myself lots of room for other things. And this is what I do when I have little things like this, containers or plant pots or anything like that. I place my stems virtually touching each other in front of each other. So it allows, you know, me to give me more room for other things. So with that one, I'm doing the same. So that, and you can just bend that down if you like, because the center one is actually the one with the wire in. The other two aren't. So we'll bend the center one down. And then I'm going to place one here and then one on the other side. So again, I'm coming down in height, but I'm going right next to this stem here. It's not higher than that. It's staying at that high, you know, stepping it down. Like so. Doesn't that look pretty? Now I've got one I could place here, right at the front. And that one, I'm going to go, now where shall I go with? I'm going to go right at the top with that one, because I may place other things underneath. Plus, and it's touching, so I don't want it touching too much. What's that on the end? There. So now you have it all facing this way, and again that has created your triangular shape. So your triangle coming down here, and then your triangle going to the front. So that's your point. These are your flat pieces of the triangle. These are your flat pieces. That's your point. So there is again your triangles, and I'm going to do the same with these. And I'm going to bring these next to the conifer or the cypress leaves, and I'm going to go slightly lower than what the conifer is. Again, I'm bringing it down in size because I don't want that up there higher than the conifer when it's here. And we'll do the same with this one. And just like so. And that's at the back. I'm going to bring, do I place one there or in the front? I'll place one at the front. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter because at the front you come down in height, like at the back you have gone down in height going down that way. Now at the front you go down in height coming that way towards the front of it. So we'll do, cut these a little shorter. What I'm going to do with these, and bend those over because I've got wire in. I don't mind it touching the bottom. I mean, if you don't wish to have it touching the bottom, you can lift it like that, you know, or bring it in a little, like so, but up. Let's do it like that, see what that effect has. Yeah. So it's now like so. I don't want any more of those. We have got our flowering eucalyptus. Now again, these will form from the side. I think that's the tall one, and then that one at the back, but around the same height as what they are, and then bring these here. So let's just have a quick look. Yeah, we could do that. So I'm going to go next to, place this next to where the fern is, but let it hang. Again, not higher than the fern or the conifer, but just allow it to hang coming down. And then I'll do the same on the opposite side. Where it's going to, again, let the fern be taller than it. And then I've got this one. So I can either place that up there with that, or cut it and bring some, I might cut it actually, and bring some of it around the front, around here. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring it here as well. Do the same on the opposite side to balance it out. So you've got that. Doesn't that look wonderful already? Oh, I've just realised, has that got wire in, that leaf? I think it may have a bit of wire in. So we've done that with those. Now we have got our hops. I think I'll wait till nearer the end to place them in. Now we've got our little wispy bits. Oh, I have got orange. I've got orange. Oh, I don't know, guys. Audrey, I've got orange in the calla lilies. One moment. Oh my, I forgot about this. Let's just get a few out. So it's either that or maybe a few yellow. Oh, I'll just bring the bunch of yellow. This is what we do. Wispy bits. Oh, wispy bits. Oh, you can't not have wispy bits. Wispy bits, look how they move. Oh my goodness. Aren't they divine? So let's see if, oh, the yellow. Or because we've got yellow roses, do I place it? Yeah, it's the orange. Oh, they're push-ups, guys, so you can push them right up to the top or have them low down. I like them to the top only because you can get the most out of it. And it gives you height for your stem as well. I just love my wispy bits. Oh, glue string. Let's place that one's there. And I like placing calla lilies in things, as you may have seen. Only, guys, it's because it's got the movement, the airiness, the movement, the wispiness, and I think it looks fabulous. You can't not beat it. That natural movement look, where it just feels like you could actually be outside, watching the wind go with it. I'm going to place one again at the back. So there, we have them there. If you want, we could place some here as well. Bring it in, two next to either side of the conifer. So let's do that. I don't want those. I don't want the yellow. So we'll do that, cut these down. We'll have them hanging either side of our conifer. And the conifer in the centre. And you can move the leaves around on these, you know, to give them that. Oops, a daisy. Look, so we've still got yet to come out down there. So I'm going to place in, oh, let me take this plastic off at the end. Why? I'm not a lover of it. I want to bring one up here. Have I got a taller one? Oh, is it that one? Right, this is a rubbery stem. I've took the rubber off on that one. I don't like it. You dip it in your, as it is like that, in your glue or your glue, put your glue gun on it, and it will melt the rubber on the outside. I tend to cut around it. You can feel the wire inside, so try not to cut that. And I go around, all the way around it, and then I pull it off. So now I've got the wire inside showing. So now I can dip it without having any bother that the rubber is going to melt. So we'll place that one in the center. Now that one is going to sit there, a step down from your maple. So that is the center. Then now we want one here and here. So let me take, I've already prepared some of these. I wasn't sure how many I was going to need that are long, so I only did 3. So let's now we want one here again onto the side. That's quite long. Let's do it with this. So we're going out again, not as far as what this is, and we don't need lots because we're forming that triangle again. And we'll go opposite here. So you've got there. Now then you can bring that one there. Or you can have one slightly higher up there as well. Because we're still going to keep within there. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring this one at the front also. Just bring it slightly lower. Like so. And then the taller one, that will go here, because that is, again, there is your height where we're staying within. So then you've got a big triangle there, then you've got that. So you've got several triangles within one triangle. So we're going to bring this one in front of the maple. but just slightly higher than that one. And just bend the head so they're in the correct position. So I want some coming out from the sides. I don't want them all facing in. I want some facing, you know, out to the sides. Place those there. We've got that left. Now hops. I don't think I'm going to use those. So we have our hops where we can fill in here within the gaps there, or if you want to place a bit more of your maple. I have to think, guys. I went really foggy then, forgetting what it was called. Maple. Oh my goodness. That must be what happens when I get older. Following my mum. Oh, I spoke to her the other day in a bit of German, and I accidentally said something wrong, and she pulled me up on it. It was really weird. Put a smile on my face though, my mum correcting me. I'm going to bring the hops in just to have a little bit of different shape, you know, and contrast to everything else that's around. It's got the swirly bit on the end, which I love swirly bits as well. And I should have, oh yes, there's one here, there's another one here, so I'll cut this one down. We'll do the same with this one. And I'll place that here. So again, I'm just slightly lower than what this centre rose is. I'm higher than that with them, but I'm lower than that. So I'm in the middle of it. And that is with our hops. I think I could do with a bit more of this colour in. So I'll place some more of that in. No, I don't need no more of that hops. I've got one left here. I could bring that one under the rose. Oh, let me cut it a bit. There's really thick on that end. One moment, guys. Then just see that bit. So I'm gonna go under the conifer, exact same position as the conifer, but just using this slightly as a bit of depth, and bring the conifer just above it, or intermingle it together. Whichever you think, you know, you prefer. Oh, one of my... Oh, where's that come from? I can't find it. I can't find it, so I'll place it on a pick and stick it back with the others. I do that as well. So now I want to just place in some of our seed heads, and I've got 5. Again, take into consideration the height of the other elements that you have in, because we're going down in size. I'm just going to stagger it from tall to small in height. So I'm going to start here on the corner, and I'm going to use it as a little bit of filler. And I'm going to do the same here. So I've got those in there. I'm going to have one at the back. I'm going to cut this short because that's going in the back. Again, I'm taking some of the elements, not all, but some of the elements that we have at the back, and I'm at the front, sorry, I'm taking them around the back. I don't know whether that's quite nice and full. I'm going to get some more of the maple. Put that. That looks a bit loosey-goosey for me. Let me just glue it. That's better. And take that off. Or could I get that on it? Wonder if... No. Right, so take that bit off. Just snip it so it looks like it's straight, a straight piece. I'm going to put that at the back as well. That's a bit of a loosey one as well. Oh, I'll put it on its own pick. And I'm just going to place these really right up to the back. Let's just get that bit of glue off, because we don't want to see the glue seeping out and drying up. So I'm just putting the odd bit around the back here. I may again, as I say, bring some around the front also. So I've just done that, but I'm going to... I've got like the hops. I could bring the hops around. I want to make sure that I'm going to hide. I need to hide my foam. Right, where's that come from? There. And place that on its own pick as well. Well, the weather today, guys, it's been lovely this morning, really warm. Well, then they gave showers on for the rest of the day this afternoon, well, later on this evening, which is nothing out of the ordinary for the UK. We still haven't had a summer yet, so to speak. Again, I'm bringing things around the back. Because it makes it flow, you know, that you've not forgotten around the back area. You don't want to see your foam, you know, just give it a bit where it just looks as good around the back than it does at the front. You know, put just as much effort into it as well. That's also very important by doing that. Let's get that and that. So I'm going to get something like calla or something along those lines too. Mind you, I've got my filler foliage down here. I just want to incorporate some of this hanging out forward from the front. Let's have a bit of that colour. As you can see, just hanging here at the front, make it look really exceptionally pretty. Again, now this arrangement doesn't look too much for this container because we've measured the container 1.5 times our stems and what the container is, you know, for the height and our width. So we've done that correctly. So we know now that this arrangement is balanced. It doesn't look too big for the container. It's just the right size. And it looks beautiful. Let's just go underneath this rose with one. So that's just adding a little bit of the maple around the front and the, you know, with the bottom area as well. So I want to get my filler foliage. Again, any little oddments that you have left over, you know, from your foliage, use them, save them, use them. See, we've got bits of spiky grass. We could use those. I've got some oddments of silver dollar. It's the bouquet that I was doing at the weekend. The lady wanted it wrapping extremely layer upon layer. Let's just say it like that. That it's not just the ordinary little wrap that you do. The lady wanted multiple layers of paper. So I put some of the spiky grass in at the back as well. Let's have a look what we've got. I've got these I want to place in because they're they'll look lovely in it because it's very similar to the conifer texture. And again, I just want to hide some bits of the foam. So it gives it that lovely effect. Now do I? No, I don't want the longer ones in. I have got, I can see a space. Oh, I forgot where it was. Oh, here. I want that there to hide that little corner at the back. And then I'll get another one. I can part it. Oh, has it come off the same one? No. Oh, it has. Oh my goodness. And then place that. I'm going to put just a bit of the spiky grass coming out here as well. And then so again, I've filled it up at the back to blend it in, you know, make it look just as beautiful at the back of it than what it is at the front. Just I think I need something. I can't see. Oh, they're on a vine. I've got another one of those. Oh, here, look. No. I've virtually used them all up, guys. So what I'm going to do is whip this eucalyptus because we've got some of this in as well. And I'm going to place that around here. So let me just see here, because I can be quite particular. Now let me just, by using just one of these, I'm not going to place this one in. Yeah, I think I need something a little bit taller. Oh, I may need to get some fern. I've moved things around, guys. I'm now starting to look for them. Oh my good gracious me. Oh my good gracious me. I've moved things around. I don't want that one. Why not have some orange fern in? I did cut some down. Oh, that needs to go on a different page. Yes. So, I'm now going to just leave this to be quiet. This is Himalayan Maidenhair Fern as well. This is the rubber textured one. And it is just like the green that I have, but obviously in orange. So I need something here because it seems to be going, I know the conifer's here, but you can barely see it. So I want something that I can see what is staggered down from that size or height of what the conifer is. From the rose and the maple. Because that is there. I just need that space filling. I'm going to put a new pick on that if I can get it off. So now we've got another one and I'm going to place that there as well. I know I work in odd numbers, but on this instance I may just need let me turn that around, guys, because there's a good side and, well, a front and a back, so where the vein is or the spine of it. Just make sure it's so hard to see. Let's I'm hitting something that's not allowing me to push to. Let's take the glue off, because the reason for all you new beginners, I take the glue off if I pulled it back out, because by putting glue upon glue, it's just going to get really thick, and it'll be even harder for you to place it in. There we go. I think I've got it. Let's see. I don't want it that spiky, sticky up, because then that'll bug me now, because I work in threes and I want one. So 1, 2. Right, it is bugging me. It is bugging me, guys, and I've got to do something about it. Let's place these back now, because I've done the filler. I don't want to get things mixed up. So now what I'm going to do, it's going to be then 2 here and then 1 in the centre front for it to be 5, because that is too unbalanced for me. I mean, it doesn't to be quite honest, it's not really an issue nowadays. It used to be when I was doing, training to be a florist. Everything was in odd numbers because it was balanced. But now, many years later, people work in 2s in even numbers, 2s, 4s and 6s. because that's also looks balanced. You know, it depends on what you want, really. I have worked where I've placed 2 of something in, you know, and it does work. I think I'm that used to doing it like this, guys. It's hard for me. Let me cut this, in fact. So now, for me to leave them 2 in, it's missing something. I can look at it. I think something's missing. I need to add to it some more of these. Even if they're just, you know, poking the tips out of them, I just need to add them. I need to bring in that 5. I could go to 7 or just stay at 3, but I have to, if I can place it in. It's not, if I can push it in, there we go. As you can see now, it's starting to look more balanced. And then have one at the front. So then we'll lift it up. And I'm pushing this right in again because I don't want it too far out. Stick those little bits up a little bit now. So there you have it. So it's more balanced with the 5 of them in. So this is what we call a front facing arrangement, where it is flat at the back and everything is, you know, designed at the front for a front view, for, you know, for it to face the, you know, the person looking at it. Hence the reason it's called a front facing. It's, you know, if it was a 360 degrees, then you'd have it all going around. This is meant to go up against a wall, but me being me, I like to cover the back. I don't like I've seen some people do arrangements front facing where they've done nothing to the back. Yeah, I'm not a judgmental person, you know, I'm really not. If that's how you like to do it, then that's your way. Everybody's got their own way and their own principle about things. I was taught to cover it, you know, it makes it look finished. It gives you that more of a nice look to the customer's eyes, that when they look at it, they pick it up. If it's on the shelf in the shop, look at it, and you know you've done it yourselves, guys, where you picked it up and then you've gone and looked at it like that. So now if this was on the shelf and then somebody turned it around and looked and oh, it's on the back as well. Now if there was nothing there, they'd be like, well, this is just through personal experience, you know, and I've never done it since. They've gone like that. I'm going to look at something else, because the customer wants it all doing. They want that, you know, that thought process that you've taken upon to use your initiative, or that they want for you, so they could buy it off of you, something what's created at the back, but not sticking out like this is, because this is just going up against the wall. But they want it still as beautiful. So the front facing is where you have, like we've done, 1.5 times the container's height, so which is the maple. So as you can see, it goes down, it staggers down in size. 1.5 times at the side, this measurement here, where you bring out your foliage to the side. So then once you've done that, that creates the form and the line and the structure of your arrangement, which is your triangle. Now at the front you could go 1.5 times the depth of the container, but I've brought it so it's out further. The depth isn't, you know, as important as what it'd be the sides and the height for the container, as long as, you know, like a customer will still see that container. I've not dragged everything, so there's some bits hanging, but I've given that the natural look. They're not hanging or touching the surface where it's covering it. I've left airy and wispy bits around there so you can see through them to see the container as well. And then we've gone from the front as well, coming down where the top height, and we've staggered it down with the flowers. And here, as I've gone out here and then brought one in the center from there, so now we've created, there's a triangle, there's, let me see, there's a triangle, you know, point, flat bit, there's a triangle, point, flat bit, point, your flat part of your triangle. And then in total, the outline of the flowers is your triangle. And that is basically the structure of your arrangement if you're doing a front facing one, to keep it in that triangular movement, shape and form and line, and then you can't go wrong. So I hope you like the colours. I quite like those colours with the very pale lemon, and I think the lemon just bounces off of the dark, you know, with the oranges. So I think that's wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you've got a little container, it doesn't have to be a handbag, just something, container, ceramic, tin, or an old biscuit tin, or anything like that, or something you hadn't, and you've probably thrown in the trash can, or, you know, or your bin, and you just no longer need it, and go and get it back out. Go and get it, guys. You can do many things, and just turn it into something pretty, because that's all we've done. I mean, I've had this a while, so it is a bit old, but you know, it's made it look pretty by just doing a front facing one. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Do it if you've got one. Do it in the colour choices that you like. You could do it in, you know, obviously your reds, your yellows, your whites, you know, your purples, your pinks, blues, creams, peach. That'd be pretty. Or peach. Oh, peach and orange. That'd be nice together. So, and then just use different types of foliage, you know, or just use whatever colour foliage you wish. It's down to you. You haven't got to use the orange maple. You can use green. You know, you can use a different foliage, you know, but just taking the principle of the structure and how we formed it. And then by placing in your bigger flowers, mix them with flowers with smaller heads and your wispy bits to give that movement in your arrangement, and also to give it contrast against other solid form of floral. So I hope again you enjoyed that. I'm going to just get you that blue one, that bouquet. I haven't finished it yet, guys, so but I'll show you what I've done so far. Oh, here's Morley. Oh, you've come a bit late. There's the ribbon, guys, that I've got. That's got to go around the stem of the bouquet, the white one. The white that ties around. But that is for the the bouquet. Can you move? And there's the different layers of wrapping that the lady wanted. There's the floral in the bouquet. And there's all the many layers of wrapping around the back that I've done. I've just got to cover where the stems are. It's got clear cellophane at the bottom around the stems. There's all the cellophane that I've got. I've got to now use a piece of cellophane to cover all of this so it's a neat finish, and then attach the wonderful bow on there like so. So there she's got the multiple layers of cellophane, and she's got white anemones, blue roses, a delphinium, she's got eucalyptus, willow, fern, seeds, Queen Anne's lace, lilies, and some wispy bits in there as well. Again, wispy bits. And then again, the bow, what will go on. It is for a young lady who has just graduated from, I think, her mom. So she likes her blues. So I've got them there waiting to finish it off. So I hope you had a wonderful time today, guys. I've missed you over the weekend. And Audrey, thank you so much again for giving me a mention on your YouTube channel. You know, the weather constantly looks lovely where you are. I would love to have weather like you. And all your pretty, beautiful flowers I've seen in the background. I've been spotting things, and your wonderful arrangements that you've sent me. For a photograph you've sent me that I've spotted that you've got in the background as well. So well done, you're doing a fabulous job. And I loved the little turtle. It's cute little face. So if you've got anything like this there, Audrey, give it a go. If you've got a little container, I'm sure you have, because I've seen you hang your basket ones with the Labrador. I'm sure you've got some, just a square container or rectangular one. Do a front facing one like this, and which I know you can do. And have fun, everybody. Have fun. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all, and look after yourselves. I love you all, and keep your comments coming, and I will answer them. Take care. Bye for now. Bye. What's up, Molly? Oh, let's see if we can take this off Miles. Oh my good gracious me. Oh my god. Good gosh. So there's our roses. Our lovely lemon rose with our wispy calla lilies in orange. Our conifer with our Himalayan Maidenhair Fern. And the Himalayan Maidenhair Fern in green. Our hop spray. Our maple leaves. Again, our, they're flowering eucalyptus here. Flowering eucalyptus, and our seeds as well, and just a bit of filler foliage there, some of our globe fern, and then our eucalyptus, and then and on the back we've got a spiky grass with some hops, some boxwood, and some obviously the maple and seeds at the back as well. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you tomorrow. I love you all. Take care for now. Bye.